box. Okay, communication, very important thing. So what else? What else comes to your mind when you think about account management? Alignment between functions. Okay, coordination. Or what else, guys? Guys, come on. I want some more answers in the chat box. There are 12 people here. Synergy. Okay. Any more? Okay. Let's start with the account management. What is actually account management? So, Sumi, could you change the slide? Uh, Account management is basically a collective strategic method that helps businesses follow to keep up with their best of best client. Now when I say the term best of best client, that does not mean that account managers have to only look on to the best clients, but it has more to do with it. Account management is something that needs to be done after the sales has been done. So it basically focuses on nurturing the client. It is also about managing the partner in such a way that it becomes our key partners. So account managers have two major priorities, and that are retaining the clients as well as ensuring that we grow opportunities with them. They accomplishes these objectives by learning what their clients goal are and helping them achieve that. So account management is something is that is to be done after the sales has been done. So it is more of a relational thing, and it requires a lot of communication and nurturing of the client, and it is something that actually ensures that the experience of the client is done in the best way possible. So this is account management.
Okay. Meanwhile, I can cover this slide. What are your expectations, or what is gonna be covered in this session? The first one is basically role of account manager, because all of you are going to be MCVPs BD, and a major part of that role is also going to be account management. You're going to be managing your national accounts, and then also who are exactly the account managers, and then how do we know a particular client is a key partner where you should be focusing most of your time and energy and resources. And also important the need of account management or managers in today's world. And we're going to bring in like some external context as well, how it's done in corporates, in bigger companies. And then rules of account management, process of account management. We're going to go through like a nice cycle, how the whole process should look like, and also how to find new opportunities in the partnerships that you have currently. Because let's be honest, like it's much easier to maintain the partners that you already have, rather than like approaching new partners and then going through the whole cycle of making first approaches, sending them LinkedIn requests and all of that. So it's much easier and it's much more efficient and also more sustainable to actually find the new opportunities in the partners that you already
Hello.
have. It's okay, Dolly. I'm explaining the agenda, so I'll hand you over.
Hello.
And after that, you're gonna go to how to use a happy partner, and also what you can be creative with when it
Hello.
comes to account management. And also one
Guys, am I
session.
audible?
Dolly, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, Sumi. Yes. Now I can hear you.
Okay. I was just
I'm
taking
very
them through the agenda. I'll hand you over in the next slide, so it's fine. And then you're gonna go through reporting and tools to be used. So Dolly, over to you. I think she is
stuck again.
it's okay. I will write to her, then I can deliver the this part. So it's fine. Let's continue. What are the roles of account managers? Basically, number one is growing the original business partnership that you already have in your contract, and also a major chunk of it is to continue the sustainability. So let's take an example. For example, like you probably had GT partners in the past or GB partners in the past, and then you cannot do exchanges, but you still would like to maintain those relationships. And then this is where account management comes into picture, because then you can try to find new ways that you can keep that partnership going and growing. So upsell is basically finding new opportunities, and why it's called upsell is basically increasing the contract amount or increasing the number of initiatives that you've always been doing in the past, and then coming up with something new to grow that partnership and make it more relevant in the ever-changing context. And then the second one would be managing relationships between the client and sales, and also customer support. So you are basically, like the representative of ISEC, taking care of the whole brand of ISEC in front of the company, as well as making sure that what you are promising to the company is being delivered. And then also retaining their long-term business through contract renewals by ensuring their satisfaction. Basically, all of that. Basically, who are account managers now? So we have a client in the beginning or at the top, and then there is gonna be like three parts. So let's say a salesperson looks for a client, and that can be your first part of the sales process. It can be like your prospect, and then you are sending them LinkedIn requests, then you are sending them emails, then you have a meeting, then if you have a good conversation and you find that the opportunity is relevant, then you go ahead with the contract, and then you go with the delivery, and then you keep that delivery going, and then you make sure that your partner is satisfied, and then you keep nurturing that partner. And this is also where a key role of the account manager lies in. And then you also keep supporting the partner's needs if they are changed. For example, in this context, there might be a lot of companies that have started doing things differently. So how can how can you as an entity can still bring that relevance to the partners and not just keep stuck in the old ways, because that's not going to be relevant anymore. Okay, so next. Yeah, so we've got like three kind of roles of an account manager. Basically, one is like supporter in terms of like how you are enabling their business, how you are bringing value as an organization to that partner, and how you're nurturing the relationship that that organization has towards ISEC. And also like hunters, it's kind of a negative word, but basically how you are looking for new opportunities as well as new partners. Okay, and basically all of these parts is you. Next. So, okay, this is a question that I would like to ask all of you. How do you know a particular client of yours or a particular partner that you have probably right now is a key partner? What are the metrics, or what are the factors that you take into consideration when you are categorizing them? Okay, this is a partner where I should give most of my focus to, most of my resources to. This is a partner where I should probably even allocate an EST of mine. What are the factors that you take into consideration? You can write in the chat. Yes, the mission aligns to ours, so no matter what product we sell, they will value it. Yes. Contribute significant. Yes, Bobo, I agree. So for Sherlyn, the question is a potential key partner, as in which partner of yours would be more significant than the rest. So because a lot of your responsibility as an MCVP, you're probably not going to be managing every account that is there. So there might be times that you actually have to allocate extra time and energy and resources to certain accounts. Yes, Laksita says the client's current interest shown in other platforms that match with our product. Yes, that means, yep. Said says sharing similar vision, clients which are benefiting with our products, which can give more revenue. Yes, absolutely. Amazing. I'm really liking you're coming up with like this properly structured points. Beautiful. Okay, we will move on. So from theory, how do we know a particular client is actually our potential key partner? You basically identify the clients who contribute a significant amount of revenue to your company. Like Bobo said, yes. And you ask yourself, if we lost this account, how much would we worry about filling the revenue gap? Entities actually have one partner or just two partners that actually make up for like 70% or 80% of the revenue that you as an MC get from partnerships. So that is a key account. And this is where you would basically, as an account manager, invest a lot of time, energy, and resources in maintaining that relationship and keeping it going. And if the answer is a lot, the client is likely to qualify as a key account, basically that. And how do we know a particular client is our potential key partner? You never designate a client as a strategic account solely because they look good on logos. So let's say today I have Google as a partner, but Google is basically probably just investing like one digital campaign with you, and they don't have anything to do with you for the entire year. So you will not account them as a key partner because, again, it's a big brand, but it does not qualify according to what it is fulfilling for your organization and what it is fulfilling for your revenue goal, which is again one of your priorities. So yes, do not just get biased when it comes to an account being like labeled as hugely branded organization, but look into the other matrices that would be more relevant to what you do and where you should invest your time in. And yes, so another tip from the facilitator, Dolly, that was going to be there. So she would have told you that when thinking about which customers to name as key accounts, take your co-MC MCPs, and LCPs opinion also into consideration. Like, don't just consider it on your opinion, on your biases. Also consult with your MCEBs, MCP, and probably your LCPs as well. And because a lot of times what happens is you might not be able to see the value that or the kind of effect a partnership has on your teammates or on other portfolios. And you might even be missing some risks that could be there, or you might even be missing some opportunities that actually could arise there. Okay. And if the discussed project is very lengthy and requires massive communication and relational aspects, this is also where this would be a key partner. Let me take an example. We have a global partner called DP World. And with DP World, we have this huge partnership to actually partner at Expo, which is like this huge event like Olympics. I mean, you were there when Christina was explaining about it yesterday in the session. And it's like this huge event. And this partnership is going to be huge. There are EPs involved, there are volunteers involved, and everything. It is very lengthy. It's been going on. It's been in the conversation for almost 2 years now. And it was supposed to happen last year, but it's happening this year finally. And it still has like a lot of things in the back end that require a lot of communication, that require a lot of human resources investment as well, which is why we actually got seeders for this account. And you will also see a lot of accounts that we have. For example, let me take an example of Mindvalley. For example, for Mindvalley, we have conference engagements. We don't have exchanges with them. We have conference engagements and we have digital campaigns. And that's it, which basically does not require that much of a human resource investment from my side. So it's just me, and the global coordinator that we have is actually like a full-time employee at Mindvalley. So it's not like that much of an investment from our side, and that way I can prioritize more on the other accounts that would be more lengthy and that would require more focus from my side. Okay, moving on. And you can develop a key account identifying parameter on the basis of past relationship, contribution, and the future need and relevance. So yeah, that's basically it. So when it comes to importance and need, as you know, like sales is basically transactional. When it comes to sales, it's basically there is money involved, there is all of those things involved. But when it comes to account management, it's relational. There are human beings involved, there is human relationship involved. And you as an account manager actually have a lot of responsibility, but that responsibility also comes with a lot of perks as well, because a lot of BD people that you will see, or maybe you have predecessors that actually got hired with some of the accounts that they managed, like there is a lot of perks involved, but there is a lot of human interaction. You need to be more human, and you need to be actually caring to your accounts, because yes, you're not just managing yourself, you're managing the whole relationship with this entire global organization. Perfect. And today, long-term businesses, their success depends on creating positive partner experiences and increasing their retention, because repeated partners are more profitable than new partners. And let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example of, okay, let me think. Repeated, yes. Let's take an example of Electrolux. All of us know Electrolux as our global partner. And initially, this partnership started with GT engagements, GT internships, and there was this program called the Global Engineer Program. So this is where the partnership started. And then because of account management, because of the relationship that we maintained together with Electrolux over the years, over many, many years, we identified new opportunities. We identified, okay, like there is this another part of Electrolux, for example, Electrolux Food Foundation, that we can actually do a lot more things with. And this is where our world's largest lessons, global versions of world's largest lessons now have Electrolux Food Foundation as official partners. So, and that actually makes up for a lot of revenue as well. So this is how you see that when it comes to a repeated partner, or when it comes to good account management, it actually will turn out to be more profitable than new partners. And of course, if a partner is new and they've not really interacted with you in the past, it's probably a chance that they will not invest a lot of money with you right away, unless you're very lucky. Okay. And long-term clients tend to buy more from the company. As you know, you would relate to it a lot and refer other clients to your business. There will also be times when, if you've satisfied a partner very well, then there will be times that they can actually refer other clients to your business. They might have other organizations, they might have other people that they know, or there might even be people, for example, there is a contract owner, and this contract owner has worked in previous companies in the past. If they have a good image of HiSec in their minds, they might even refer you to their previous companies. There might be so many opportunities that could be there as an account manager. And yes, also account managers, they help prevent communication breakdowns and ensure that the client receives the information they want and need. There is always that. Again, nurture a positive relationship with the entire team. So this is very interesting point. With the entire team, when I say that, I mean not just you and the contract owner, but also try to interact more with the people that this contract owner is involved with, who are on his or her team, who are their managers. Also, maybe include your MCP in the conversation sometime. Maybe include your RST, or sorry, EST in the conversation sometime, because it kind of brings another perspective, and it also shows that you actually care about the company and you actually consider them to be relevant, to actually involve more interactions, actually involve more perspectives towards the whole relationship that you have. And yes, now moving on to rules of account management. Number one would be nurturing the client relationship, and always keeping this in mind that you're not here to do just transaction, because that is sales. Sales is happening on the back end, but you as an MCVP BD, You're an account manager, so it's more like the personal side of business relationship. And also remember the details of the last conversation that you had with them. Let's say there is a partner that said, oh yeah, I mean, you ask them, how are you doing? And then they're like, oh my God, like this launch of this CSR branch is taking up a lot of my time. And I've been really tired, but yeah, I know that we had to take this meeting. So yes, I'm here, la, 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 la. And then yes, okay, you empathize with them. Okay, like I understand it's taking a lot of your time, but thank you for giving me your time. And then the next time you meet, you remember this conversation, or that yes, there is something coming up with their CSR branch, it's about sustainability. And then you take that in, hey, I remember like you have this Go Green brand coming up. Is there something that we as ISEC could also do together to actually amplify the impact that you want to create? And this is where new opportunities come from. And it actually shows that you care what they are saying to you. You don't just care about the contract that they've signed, but like you actually care about how you can bring more value to the organization as well. And also impart knowledge. Clients look for something we can provide that they don't have. That is our value proposition. Nobody's going to give you money for free, or just like because they have a lot of money to give. Because let's be honest, like we are living in 2021, it's pandemic times. Everybody's super strict and super regulated in terms of investing financially. So they always look for something that we can provide that addresses their pains or that addresses their concerns. And that might also address how they can do things more efficiently. And consider every meeting an opportunity to bring value to them. It doesn't have to be a proposal every time. Every time you meet with an account or contract owner, it does not have to be that you're just talking about, okay, like this is the financial proposal I have, we can do this event, la, la, la. But also bring more perspectives, bring more insights from the events that you're having. For example, we are having GLD, you're having maybe youth speak forums in your entities, you're having your impact reports and whatnot. You can bring more insights to them that actually brings relevance to them. And why companies actually partner with ISEC is to connect with youth. So bring them more insights about that as well. So it should not just be transactional. Again, it's relational. Okay. Third, be transparent and communicative. Of course, communicate timelines and budgets transparently. Make sure that they understand, they can see that where their money is going, where and how the whole timeline looks. Yes, Krish, you want to say something?
Sumi, Dolly is here, so she was texting me if she can take over.
Okay, I will let her know after this section.
Yeah,
okay,
just once you're done. Yeah.
okay. So when it comes to being transparent and communicative, I'm not sure how many of you are using CRMs right now. If you're not, please do. If you would like a list of free CRMs that could be available, feel free to reach out to me. HubSpot is one of the CRMs that is free, so you can also use that. In CRMs, usually you can also set reminders if there is a timeline that you've actually promised to a partner. That, okay, let's take an example. You have a discovery meeting, you have a first meeting with a partner, or you have a meeting with a current partner. We are talking about account management. And then you say, okay, like, I will send you a proposal on this by next Friday. And you have a conference in the next 5 days. You are probably not going to be able to fulfill that timeline, because proposals sometimes, or most of the times, they take a lot of time. So make sure that you're communicating that whatever you are saying, okay, I'm going to send things by this time, you communicate to them properly, you communicate to them, you keep them in the loop with whatever is happening. They are, again, human beings. And I'm pretty sure that if there is a delay, they will not mind it that much, but they will appreciate it much more if you inform them what you are up to. You can tell them, okay, like, this is what is happening, this is what's taking a lot of time, la, la, la. So make sure that there is that human interaction and there is a transparency between the timelines and the budgets always there. And also inform your partners about the changing and possible challenges that could arise as well. Don't stop learning. Again, stay on the top of the industry trends. If you have a pharmaceutical company as a partner, if you have an FMCG company as a partner, if you have a bank from financial industry as a partner, like stay on top of the industry trends, read about them. You can, one of the tips that I can also give you is there is feature called Google Alerts. So you can put the name of the company in the Google Alert. So it's gonna, every time or a significant news is out there about the company, it's gonna alert you. And then you can stay updated on what is happening in the company. And if there is like some crisis coming up or something, you can always be aware of that. And also use meetings with stakeholders to learn more about the company from a rather internal perspective to fully understand your partner. So not just about what you want to say, but listen to them as well. Ask them questions about that are not directly just about the things that you want to do, but show them that you actually care about what is happening in the company, and show them that you actually care about what they are as a company. Okay. Yes. Fifth, be accountable to your client and hold your partner accountable. Hold deadlines and promises that you made to your account. And also this goes vice versa. It's not just you. If you have promised something and you're delivering it, make sure if a partner says they're going to reach out to you in 1 week, hold them up to their word. And if they don't, follow up with them. Like I remember from our last conversation, I just wanted to check with you, so you know the deal. So you can do that and make sure that it's not just you who is holding up to your end, and hold people accountable. And when faced with pressure from your partner to go off course, sometimes, and I know most of you will relate, there might be times that a partner says or asks for something that is not directly concerning Isaac, or ask for something that doesn't really reflect Isaac. And they, let's say they just want to use Isaac as an advertising platform, and that really doesn't serve our brand. And they will be like, oh, it's okay, but like I think this is something that can be done, or they ask you about that. Make sure that you always bring it into conversation, that you are here to make sure the essence of partnership is still there. And the partnership, why companies are partnering with you, why the partnership is there, because there is a point where both of the organizations connect. There is a point where both of your values connect. And if that is not happening, it's gonna hamper the perception of youth towards that partnership, and that is not good for the long term. So make sure you're also keeping that in mind always. Always keep the essence of Isaac alive in every partnership that you're doing. And do not sell something that you cannot deliver, or something that doesn't serve the needs of the client. If in a meeting, a client says they are definitely not interested in conferences, they just want they just want to engage digitally, don't include conferences in your proposal. Don't include conferences because they're clear that they do not want conferences. Then don't deliver it to them, or don't sell it to them, because again, it might be lucrative for us to make the package amount or make the proposed amount higher, but it also shows to the client that you're not really listening to their needs. I said to them specifically that I don't really want to engage in conferences, and then you end up including a conference in the package just to make it higher. Like, it doesn't really make sense. And make sure that you just sell things that you can deliver. Again, very, very important golden rule of sales and account management: always under promise and over deliver to make people happy. And yes, I think, yes, I will hand it over to you, Dolly.
Yeah, I think she left again, so sorry. Yeah.
No worries, no worries. Okay, now the account management process. The first one is needs identification. You will relate to it. You talk with a partner that you already have, and before selling something, you have a conversation with them. What is your experience for the past year, and what is there a way that your company is changing today? Is there a way that your needs have changed, the way that your company is functioning changed, to see if there is something that we can do that is more relevant? For example, this space that we had with Mind Valley today, we understand that we as an organization, we have a lot of MCPs, MCVPs, and also EBs that are going to be leaving their roles soon. So, and also Mindvalley is currently hiring. So there is also always that kind of connection there. And in physical conferences, we used to have this networking space with them, but because of virtual conferences, we didn't get to have that space. And that's why we had Mindvalley today. This is kind of a need identification that we did together with them. And after this need identification, you work on the proposal. You build up your case. Okay, like this is what I think based on our conversation we can do. And then there is this whole phase of negotiation, and then you work on the contract or the addendum or the things that are already there in your contract. And then you make sure the delivery is kick-ass. If there is a GLD, if there is any event, you make sure that if there is a new thing that you propose, pay special attention to that, because that is probably going to be their first interaction with a new kind of engagement with ISEC. So pay special attention to that. And after that, you very, very, very important is reporting, evaluation, and invoicing. Invoicing, you know, I mean, it's money related. When it comes to reporting, make sure that you're always including data in those reports. Make sure you are always having or including feedback from young people for the company, and also taking feedback from the company in how you can make things better. And when it comes to evaluation of this part, we will also have a special segment with a special guest in this session today. So yes, just some of the examples. I will take you through them in the coming slides. Before we move further, how to use a happy partner. Now you've delivered a kick-ass engagement, you've made the partner happy. How do you use this happy partner? Number one is upsell and cross-sell. Propose new opportunities, have more conversations with them, understand if there are some upcoming things, upcoming brand launch, upcoming sustainability theme launches that you can interact with, that you can engage with. And also make sure that you're also taking testimonials. If you are an entity that has enough showcasing team talent, then you can also record some sort of branding B2B video with them, which is going to go a long way. You can even feature it on your website based on your partner's consent. And yes, it's going to go a long way. And also introduction. If the partner is really happy, see if there is a possibility, or if they're comfortable enough, if you have a comfortable enough relationship with this partner to actually get referrals for other people, or even in other departments. If you have a partnership in the technology department of a company, and you've always been giving them EPs, GTEPs in the past, and they've been good, talk to them for more referrals. Maybe there is something in the marketing department, somebody in the marketing department that they can introduce you to. Maybe in the HR, they can introduce you to. Yes. And also when it comes to finding new opportunities in the partnership, it can be either internal or external. Again, you as an account manager decides what kind of relevance is there for a company. For example, two of our partners, one is DPDHL upgrade program, which is basically a program for ISECers. So it's more internal because DPDHL really, really values the ISEC experience and the EPs that we give them every year for their GT program. So that connects, and this is where upgrade program was born. And when it comes to Mindvalley as well, we have this whole engagement this morning together with them, and this is more of an internal opportunity that we saw with this partnership. When it comes to external opportunities, you know this Electrolux Global Engineer Program, where we saw, okay, like Electrolux wants STEM talent, and this is what we're going to provide them. And Expo Dubai, like I gave you example before as well with DP World, and we identified an external opportunity and aligned it with their needs, what they need internally as an organization, as a company. And also, this is one of the biggest realizations that I had in this past year of being in BD, that being in BD is challenging, of course, but it also comes with this huge privilege of being innovative with ISEC and innovative with the things that you can do together with the partner organizations. And you can be creative with co-creating something new with your person of contact in the company, creative with CSR initiatives that you can do. But everything that you do, just make sure that the essence of ISEC, which is like youth leadership, engagement with youth, is always there. And yeah, be creative with proposal creation. If there is something new, something interesting that will strike to the partner very well, include them in the proposal pitch to the contract owner. If you want to bring somebody, if you want to bring me to your partner meetings, I mean, based on my schedule, like feel free to invite me, and then I can give them like external perspective or like regional perspective as well. And also implement feedback based on what they've told you in the past and how you can make things better. Yes. Next, this is just some of the examples for Dolly. She would have shared with you the story, but I'm not sure she's already here. She's done incredible job with CSR initiatives and impact related projects in Nepal. And in future spaces that we're going to have as commission, I'll make sure that she can share all of these stories with you as well. So if you are an entity that really wants to create impact-based projects with partners, I would highly recommend you to reach out to her, because again, she's going to be working together with us for the coming few months. So she's going to be there with us. Yes. Okay.
Sumi.
Amazing.
Hello.
Amazing, Dolly. You're here. You can share with us what you did.
First of all, I'm very sorry. Like, Nepal is having this huge rainfall, and the 5G is not working. The Wi-Fi is not working. The two other Wi-Fi from different companies,
okay.
both of them are not working. And I don't know. I think this is one emotional risk that I had to face, and I think I could only face it because with my team, my CC and Sumi. So this had to happen, I guess. So I'll just share some of the stories related to this. So this is a picture of traffic police appreciation. This was one of the CSR initiative that we did with one of the biggest FMCG company of Nepal. They wanted to aware people that even in the time of pandemic, they're trying to appreciate people, the frontliners who have been working and contributing in Nepal amidst of and this was the time when the lockdown had eased, and the number of coronavirus was very slowed and it was less. And therefore I pitched this particular event to the company, and they were very, very happy with that. And we actually went to 100 different traffic polices on board and appreciated with essential gifts and products, and also handed plans to them, and refreshing plans to them. And this event actually was covered into various television and magazine and had a lot of media attention. And this is one of the big CSR initiative that we did, and it was one. I want to just let you know, guys, that this is one thing you can be very creative with. Next time, whenever you approach or research any companies and go into their website, please do check their CSR initiatives and try to align with our SDG or youth involvement, because this actually works a lot in terms of brand awareness as well as youth involvement both. Next slide, please, Sumi. Sumi, could you go to the next slide, please?
Yeah, I flipped. Can you see this picture with the dogs?
Yes, we can see.
So is the picture is changed? I cannot see.
It's okay.
At all. So one of the picture must be about women's power. So this year we became creative with the age group. We actually targeted the age group of people. Sumi, can you take it to the different slide where there are women, a lot of women in the pictures?
Yeah, we are at that side.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, so actually, my internet, as really I can tell you now how worse is my internet connection. So in this, what we did is we interacted with about 100 women, and they were actually the parents of iSeeker and the parents of the target customer of iSeek. And here we taught them about various things regarding good health and well-being. We taught about self-defense. We taught them about good health and hygiene, mensuration, and also pitched global homes. So global homes, in this way I synergized with IGV, and here I also pitched about OGX product. And so that a lot of these are the women who will actually give authority to their child to go for an cultural exchange. So in this perspective, we were quite creative with this particular event. And after this event, we could actually see our number of approvals and number of leads were rising high. So this is the second example I really wanted to give. And third is about uh, the neon project. So what we did was we we tried our best to be creative with life on land. So what had happened was Nepal was having a lot of cases in regards hit and run case of animals, and a lot of different car companies were trying to work on this particular project. And this is how this event came into the picture. We went to a car company and pitched this product, pitched this event. And this was the time when the recruitment process was also going on. And this actually helped to enhance the recruitment process, because a lot of youth from different area were involved in order to put this neon collar to the community dogs. And this is how we can be creative with SDG as well. So this is this, and let's go to the next slide. So talking about how we can handle an unhappy partner. So there are a lot of times that there might be a situation where your partner is not happy with you. And in that particular time, you need to ensure that you are framing the right questions in order to know why are they unsatisfied, why are they unhappy, because this is the insights you need to need, so that you can improve from the next time when you're raising other partners. So please be specific when you are framing the question. And next is that you need to ensure that the unsatisfaction of the client is not a smoke screen. So in order to know if the unsatisfaction is not a smoke screen, you need to frame a question correct. And after you frame the question correct, you need to show them the data and prove that no, the deliverables was fulfilled, everything was done according to the mutual understanding and all. So you can just explain and put off your datas out there as in proof. And if then you realize that yes, again, it's our fault, then to be honest, the best thing you can do is to be honest. All you can do is accept your fault and be honest. And another important aspect what I want to share right now is uh, try to convert this unsatisfaction into another partnership. Always try to tell them, okay sir, you are not happy with okay, I understand that you are not satisfied with this product or this event. Let's try it next time. We'll give more than 100%. We'll try our best to make sure that you are happy, so that we don't build up a bad word of mouth for our brand. I'll tell you, whenever you are closing any event, or when you're closing any partnership, one important thing that you have to ensure is that the word of mouth is good. Because I'll tell you the fact, 21% people will lose trust in brand whether they have been a customer or not, because of word of mouth. One word of mouth is mostly listened by 15 to 20 people, and one good of mouth is only listened by 5 to 6 people. So this is how important is to ensure that even if the partner is unhappy, you have to ensure that there is no bad word of mouth. Because as a BD person, you have to also ensure that our brand awareness is positive. Next slide.
Okay, I can take this one. When it comes to the tools for tracking partnership, I think I already mentioned to you that CRM is super important. It's okay. Dolly, I can take this.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that CRM is super important. And then you also should have a partnership mapping tool where you are actually tracking the deliverables, the things that need to be done and things that have happened in the past. And you have the results in one place, and also a planning tool that you can be creative about. If you would like some templates about it, feel free to reach out to me and I would be happy to share as well. And when it comes to reporting, the final part of the cycle that you saw, when do I have to send a report as an account manager? After conferences, after digital campaigns, and ideally quarterly or after a cycle of global talent, if it's a GT partner, and also an annual summary of the report for contract negotiations, which is super going to be valuable for you. And also not just for a contract negotiation or contract renewal, but also this is something, when it comes to annual summary report, it's something that you can also reflect to future partners of yours, that these are the things that you've done in the past with a partner. And what is included in a good report? Data. Always include data. And don't just base your things in the report based on your own personal assumptions, but back it up with the data and the proof. When it comes to the qualitative information and evaluation, that should also be there. And also next steps derived from the results. If it's like a conference report, include feedback that you got from the candidates, from the delegates, and also include pictures, after movies, insights, and testimonials, all those things. So this is a screenshot that Dolly had when it came to one of her partners, and they requested for, and they wanted to see like what kind of impact was there. So they made sure that every single post results, reach, impressions, and shares was like super detailed. And the partners was really happy to see this detail and also the results that were there. And one of the examples that I can also share with you, this is one of the conference reports that we sent to one of our partners, Mindvalley again. And we actually include screenshots of every single post that we make for the partner with the results, with the reach and all the statistics. And also again, feedback page is also there. And these are actually the questions that we include in the feedback forms for the delegates every day after a partner space. And then we share those inputs for those outputs to the partner to actually see like what kind of direct sharings was there from the delegates. And as you can see here, we've also mentioned 98.2% of the delegates would like to work at Mindvalley after their ISEC experience, which is again very valuable for the partner to see the kind of relevance the brand has to ISECers. And then another one of the things that we also include sometimes is highlights from space, from an engagement. This is also one of the questions that we have in feedback forms. What were the highlights from the keynotes? And these are the highlights that the delegates shared with us from one of the workshops that we had with Mindvalley at TSE. And again, these were also some of the questions that they had. So the keynote rating is there. 95.6% of respondents rated the delivery as very good or excellent. And we include the graph as well. And what can be improved, the feedbacks, even feedback like background music and things like that. This is something the partner actually really values because they also want to stay relevant to the young audience. And yes, the final quote is, what is cannot be improved, and what is not improved is always going to be degraded. So what is not measured, always make sure that you are tracking the relationships that you already have. You are constantly striving for excellence there, and you're constantly open for feedback and also giving feedback. Make sure like that is always a relationship and it's not entirely transactional always. And if you're not working to improve it, there is going to come a time when you're going to run out of relevance and it's going to go downhill from there, which we do not want, because we are all about purposeful relationships and purposeful partnerships. And this is it, but the session is not ended yet. We still have 10 minutes to go. And with this, because we talked a lot about happy partners and how to track things, I would like to invite a very special guest in this room today, who's Aziz from AI, and he's going to tell us more about NPS. Over to you,
Yeah,
Azim.
NPS is important. Good afternoon, AP. Good afternoon, Sumi. Can you give me the co-host rights? So I'll be able to share my screen very quickly. No worries, guys. This session will not take that long. Actually, it's just like 5 minutes for me to be able to share my screen and share with you the couple of information that I have regarding this. So basically, as you all know, we don't have an NPS for partner right now, right? And that's why we basically also put it in the roadmap. So if you can see the roadmap for this year, one of the project is to define the partner's journey. By that, we mean that we want to improve the partner's journey, and in order to understand where are we standing when it comes to the partner journey or the way we are satisfying our partnerships, we need to have that tool of measurement that would make our life easier, and we can actually create strategies according to that. So basically, this project is mainly about understanding how we can build the NPS for partners, and that's one of the things that we've been working on so far. But one of the things that we understood is that GDPR and the regulations all over the world won't let us take information or direct insights from your partners, from your national partners, EWA partners, BD partners, GTA, ELD partners. So we wanted to understand all of these, but taken into account like every single region, at least like having a sample representative of that. And that's why this project became a pilot project. So what does that mean? It means that first we will be selecting the pilots, which means next week. And that's why I'm here to onboard you on this project. Second is you'll be doing like the same exact thing that you are supposed to do, which means going to your partner and asking them a couple of questions to understand, like it's just transition for you, but for us it's a lot of information to gather and also to analyze, so we can build an NPS for partner that is interactive. What do I mean by interactive? It means that, for instance, like when you go to Airbnb and you start, we use a lot of Airbnb examples and Isaac, but imagine that you go to Airbnb and once you're done, you will be answering the NPS, and that NPS is actually asking you specific questions about specific facilities or utilities that were mentioned in first place in the opportunity of Airbnb. So that's more or less how we want to build it. So first, we want to gather as much information about the satisfaction of your partners, and with that, we can actually identify the pains or the biggest pains of our partners and building the NPS for partners that would ask them about these specific details. Then IC report will be reporting about this in IC, and then building the NPS for partner, which will take like 1 month maximum. And by the end of September, we'll give you back 2 prototypes minimum that you can test with your partners, and that's the second phase of the pilot project, which means just test an NPS for partners and give us insight and feedback on how to improve it, so we can actually move forward in 2022. Sorry, it's not 21-22. 2022 AI term with a real NPS for partner, a tool that everybody can use, and also it's adopted by you guys. So that's mainly it. Who can apply? Any entity that has a minimum of 4 national partners. It could be less also, like it depends. Like in case you know that this partner is very valuable and you have a lot of examples, historical examples that would look like your current partner, also it's fine to apply. You can apply. And then who from the MC team? That's why I'm here in BD Summits. It's basically for you guys, for MCVP's BD, to take full ownership of that. It won't take too much effort or too much time. And what we will be doing is the same exact thing that I was mentioning. So we will have meetings, couple of touch points, and with those touch points, we will be following certain milestones in order to gather enough data and start categorizing the partners that we have, because also we never categorize them in a clear way across the whole network. And that's one of the things that we want to do with this project. So like it's gonna be launched tomorrow. So the link, you won't find it here, no worries, but by tomorrow, I will be sending you an email for all MCVP's PD, so you will receive this. You can actually apply for becoming a pilot of MPS for partners. Yeah, that's mainly it. Sumi,
Thank you so much, Aziz.
thank
I'm
you
very
guys.
excited for this.
Thank you. Cool. If you have any question, you can just type it in the chat, or even like a question about the session itself. Sumi can take it.
Super. And does anybody have questions for Aziz? Anyone? All clear, it seems.
Yeah, great.
Thank you so much, Aziz.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you for
AP.
coming to
Bye-bye.
AP.
Thank you.